Welcome to Culturally Incorrect, the podcast where two friends dive into the ordinary, turning the mundane into a humorous adventure.
Join us for laughter, candid conversations, and a dose of friendship as we explore the everyday topics that make life truly basic.
We're your hosts, Ken
and Z.
We're here to turn your everyday into a fun-filled conversation.
So grab the drink of your choice, put on your headphones, and let's chat. All right, welcome back, everybody, to our next episode, which is going to be our wrap-up of Who the Did I Marry? All right, in this episode, we're just going to, again, go through, just like we did the previous episode, about how we feel about the rest of that interaction. So I think where we left off was me not being through with the series. So I had to go back, finish. I have started back from the leg injury or the knee injury and him, being in bed and, so let's get started. I know you had some thoughts, some opinions. So let's hear about this.
I was fresh off of watching it the last time. So I had a lot of bent up anger. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion going on. I think I've since calmed down over the last week. So I can, I can relate. So we'll pick up with the leg injury. What do you got? I'll follow your lead.
So I went back and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize that he had hurt himself, and I don't think she ever told us how he actually hurt himself. But then I was like, wait a minute. She introduced the fact of him, visiting the prostitute and then him losing a bunch of weight, and I was like, oh no, because my mind immediately went like, oh crap, what did he give this woman? Because that's what I thought.
Are we on peaches? We done fast forwarded past the leg injury to peaches.
Well, all that had happened at the same time
because he fell asleep because she was taking care of him, and he fell asleep.
Yeah,
and she grabbed the phone. That had been disconnected because it wasn't a real work phone. It was just a burner phone, right? That he was putting minutes on. So she grabbed that phone to go through.
When she said minutes, I said, who still use minutes? I know some people do. But I just was like, what? That should have told her right there. Like, what is up with that? That company phone with minutes?
Anyway, she goes through the phone and finds Peaches and all the stuff. Miss Peaches, and takes phone numbers of it. And I was like, okay. And that's the point where she's like, okay, I feel better about this now. This is gonna happen, and everything's gonna be okay. I'm about to just get away from this, right? It was Peaches that put her over the top, and the fact that he had relations with Peaches and was appreciating Peaches and letting her know. I would feel like that would make her feel good. He knows how to tell a woman, I appreciate you. No?
I'll punch you in your head. Okay, don't you dare. But I mean, I felt like when she realized that they weren't, I guess, sexually compatible from the sexting with Facebook, that should have been like, all right, bro, like we ain't been at this long enough for me to care. You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know.
Listen.
Women.
I guess I'm one of those people. I don't always have one foot out the door. That's how I used to be. One foot out the door. Like, you do something, I'm done. Like, we don't have to take no more time. Like I'm already like hopscotch.
Wow.
1, 2, 1,
really?
2. Just absolutely. That's how I was. Let me.
I've never been like that. I'm always invested. Like I'm always 10 toes down.
I know
in
you
it.
laugh.
I'm jumping in, and then
for what?
But see, the problem is that I'm jumping in, and I'm 10 toes down, but the switch is quick. Like it don't take much. Like I'm giving you everything, but the minute you upset me, I'm like, hey, I'm out.
No,
you ain't doing that. No, we ain't doing. I'm not putting up with this.
I can't be 10 toes down because if I'm 10 toes down, it takes so much. It takes so much more time and effort for me to be like, all right, and it takes more BS, right, for me to be like, all right, let me stop, because once I'm 10 toes down, like I'm 10 toes down. No, okay. I can't be locked in like that. But you
could not be locked in like that. I'll correct you for you. You could not.
Yeah. What did I say?
You said you can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, all this is past tense. Let's straighten that out right now before somebody says something crazy. But yeah, back to Miss Peaches. So I feel like okay, yes, you're right. That's when she was like, "Oh, I'm justified in leaving because God don't care that
Yeah,
whatever.
he gonna forgive me.
He being what is it?
He didn't put me
Infidelity
in
and all
this
that good
place.
stuff.
He didn't
Yeah,
plan this for me. So yeah,
yeah,
so she was cool with leaving after that point.
yeah.
And then that's what she.
Which I have to say, and some Christian women, they do themselves a disservice by thinking that God is like, I'm cool with you being treated like trash. No, what Bible you reading? But again, we shall press.
That is what's taught.
We shall press.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then we get to the point where she's like, she gives them an opportunity to get right and be like, hey, you ain't never go to San Diego State, did you? And he just can't come clean and be like, yeah, you're right. You caught me. I lied.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't just do that. So he was just like, all right, no. You just don't know. I'm a private citizen. And I think that's not the right term for it. I believe it's sovereign citizen is what it's called. When you're a sovereign citizen, you're your own little entity deal. But it's not a private citizen. But I may be wrong. So if I'm wrong, you guys can crucify me or whatever. But I'm almost positive it's called being a sovereign citizen. But anyway, so he comes up with that lie again. And then, she tells him you got to go.
Yeah. No, but wait, hold on, time out. We skipped some stuff because, but maybe we didn't. So I was a little confused by the timeline because sometimes she would go back and she would correct some things. She started talking about them going to the company building and him leaving the company car at the. Now I don't know, I can't remember. So I was watching and I think she went back and clarified some things. So it might be out of order.
So yeah,
but she was like, yeah, we were driving around and he took her to the cemetery. Boy, now, what kind of psychotic, like, okay, bruh, we weren't talking about it. Why did you just bring it out the blue just to lie? Like, there was no point.
No point.
He take me to this gravesite. Oh, since we over here, guess what? I'm going to also take you to the building that we about to buy. And she even said herself, she was like, why would y'all buy a building over on this side when y'all already, you know what I mean? It just didn't make sense. And I was like, all right, at what point do you say to yourself, now, enough is enough. Look, I'm done with it. Like, you can be done with it. So let's just stop. Like, even if I'm staying in it, all right, cool. I'm staying in it. But you're gonna have to tighten up these lies, bro. You're gonna have to stop.
But no, you can't. Like that was that situation nobody could be in, right? Like the man was just lying, and he just had nothing about him was true. Like, and even like the situation where he went to go take her to the office, and he called up Michael, whoever he called up. Hey man, you in today? Oh, you ain't in? How about so and so? Oh, okay. Like this that effort in his mind that it was smooth. Like, oh man, she buying all of this. Ain't no mummer, ain't no nothing on the other side. I'm driving. I ain't using the hands free. Nothing, bruh.
Like, sorry. The other part that got me was that she said she had gotten excited to drive the company car.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, baby girl, you knew there was no company car. Why would you get yourself excited about a company car you know didn't exist? Oh, and then he would call and tease me that, oh, I'm driving the car. I might bring it home tonight because I don't feel like going back. You know what? I'm gonna take it back. I'm sorry, what? That's what got me. Like, I was like, you had already explained that you understood. So at this point, what is it? What's explained don't need to be understood, or what's understood don't need to be explained. You telling me what?
Because she wants that. She wants to be happy. She wants all these things.
You can't be happy if you're fooling yourself.
Huh?
You can't be happy if you're fooling yourself. At this point, you're fooling yourself because you already said you knew. You like, all right.
But she wants it. She wants it. She wants to believe the lie.
Oh.
And we talked about it the last time where that's just his wet dream. He's just like, she's just going with everything I say. Like, that's the best thing. That's why he's shocked. He's like, man, I don't, what's the matter? I ain't never. That's the whole part that got me is when we fast forward to he laid up in the bed and she says, yeah, you got to go. And he calls his aunt, his make-believe auntie, and says, I ain't never lied to her. I don't know. She up here talking about. I'm
No,
lying,
this one
John.
wasn't a make believe auntie. This was the aunt in Philly. This is the
Oh,
real
was that the
aunt.
aunt? Oh,
This
that
is
was
the
the real
real
auntie?
aunt. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so it
And
was
she
a
was
really-
like, "Come up here."
yeah.
Yeah. This is the real aunt actually.
Yeah, and tell
Yeah.
something.
I
I
never
ain't
lied
never
to her.
lied to her.
I was cracking up when she said, "I just lost it." I was like, I could understand that. Like, bro, you gonna try to make me seem insane out here, and you the one that's crazy? I know you lying.
I would like to plug that violence is never the answer. Like she was gonna kill that man that day, and that was just not that's not the way you go. You know you
Had she
happily
dealt
walk
with it
him out. Yeah,
throughout the yeah.
yeah. You just happily walk him out. Be like, I need you to leave, and he a big dummy for not knowing that he didn't have to leave. But
I'm not gonna say violence is the answer. Okay, let me stop you right there. I'm not gonna say that. Those words are not gonna leave my mouth. But you know what I will say?
what are you gonna say?
Foolishness begets foolishness. Okay, so don't play up in my face and just think that I'm just gonna be like, all right.
See, and I'm petty, so and I know he's a liar, so he can't be a liar and petty. But I'm petty, so I'd have left those pee bottles there. I would. I'd have been like, yeah, you kicking me out? Those pee bottles is yours.
That was so unexpected. I was like, I did not expect her to say that. I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I know she said, oh, he wasn't getting up to get food and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she said, I was like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? He couldn't even go to the back. Like, that. Yeah, I wish she would have explained that. Because I want to know why did you, what? Did you start doing that stuff? Like, is that why you lost all that weight and couldn't get up?
Oh.
You know, like, yeah. I'm confused. I was confused by that. I need some more context.
You confused about what? About that he was peeing in the bottles?
It was like you couldn't get up and go to the bathroom.
Well, he wasn't eating. He was on a liquid diet pretty much, and so that liquid diet got him.
Oh, he would have got one of those what you call it, Jones, the potties that can sit right by your bed. Because I'm not.
Well, she didn't know he was doing that. She thought he was at least getting up to use the bathroom, but I guess his knee was hurting too bad. Yeah. So he was just, lean over. I'm sure he was going up to use, do number 2. But number 1, he's like, man, right here, I got a bottle. Mm-hmm. Game.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then she lost it, and then she was trying to kill him, and or she was planning on killing him.
Yeah.
So
hold on, we gotta go back. The trip to London when he printed out the pamphlet.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And said we on the way and all of this, and I was like, huh? This man literally, a few minutes or a few episodes back, she had said how nervous he was about COVID, how his grandma died in COVID, and he wasn't. And I said, so you think that he finna throw all that away, and take you to London and get on the flight and go? And I was like, huh? And she's like, and that's how I am. I'm really organized, and I like to. So when he did that really got me excited. And I'm thinking, huh?
You know what that was? That was her giving her secrets away. That was her saying, man, one day I really want to do this and I really want to do that. He was like, file that in the back of my head. I'm going to surprise her one day with pamphlets. And I swear, man, if that's all it takes to get a woman excited, I've been doing it wrong all these years. He got this woman excited with pamphlets and printouts.
She said it was an itinerary. She couldn't believe it, honey.
A printed itinerary.
I know you were saying last time that you couldn't stand when it's so easy.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, he had played to her, I guess, her vulnerability and the fact that those things that she wanted, like you said, there was some pillow talk and, oh man, I can't wait to have this. And he's like, all right.
Here's how I feel about that. And this goes back to what she already knew, right? She already knew he was using fake Social Security numbers. How you getting a passport with fake Social Security numbers?
Oh, was that before that?
Yeah, she knew about the Social Security numbers way before that. And then, because we talked about all that stuff where she had, where everything had happened, and then all of a sudden he prints out this stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm about to get me an application, because she already ran a Social Security number and found out all that information.
See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like when I watched it, it was like out of order.
It wasn't out of order. She jumped back to clarify a bunch of stuff all the time.
Okay, that might be what happened.
Yeah, but she knew about the fake social So and then you bring the applications home, and y'all don't never fill out the applications because you know that trip not gonna happen. Deep down in your heart, you're like, this trip ain't gonna happen. You just want to be excited, and I get it. But if you want to be excited for yourself.
Yeah, do something
Like,
and plan for yourself.
yeah, plan it.
Like you had just said, you hadn't paid bills in 3 months. You could have took yourself to London.
Man, I still mad about that, man. I feel like that's $12,000.
Not $12,000. Her rent was only, I think she said $1,200 or $1,400.
Times that by time a year.
No, I said about 3-4 months by then, right?
Oh,
she had found that out.
Yeah. But still,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
money.
You still could have took yourself on a trip by then. Yeah.
So what you doing with the money? I mean, maybe she was paying back bills. Maybe she was paying.
She said she was just doing whatever she wanted with it.
Oh yeah. See, be smarter about your money. Like, you come into a situation where we're gonna call it a lick. You come into a lick where somebody paying your rent for 4, 5, 6 months. Man, do something with that money. Put it away.
She said, I did. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, she said, I enjoyed it. Starbucks every day, son. Like, come on now.
Oh, gosh.
I'm sure it felt nice. But yeah. So that happened. What else did we miss? What else am I missing between?
Oh yeah, we talked about him being a private citizen. My dad paid for me to be a private citizen. I said, what now?
I have to look that up.
But that's the thing, right? Like, we literally just said this 1 second ago. And what'd you say? What'd you just say just now?
What's that? I have to look it up.
Exactly. Like, there's no part of me that is living in this century and I'm not fact checking, bruh. And when I say fact checking, I don't just mean going to Google and seeing the first link that come up. Nah, bruh, we finna dive deep because you know, like, I have to know.
Yeah.
I have to know that I know, and then I'm gonna approach you, and then I'm gonna be like, here are the facts.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna take your word for nothing, especially when you proved yourself to be who you are. I'm not taking anything you say at face value. Period.
I can
Even
see
if
that.
I'm willing to stay in this relationship, I'm not doing this with you. You're not going to make me believe that I'm a fool.
Man, I got nothing, man. I don't understand it for the life of me. But yeah, that whole London thing, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And
yeah.
At his big age, is 40 whatever, and not having a passport, should have told you to begin with.
Yeah.
I understand a lot of people don't have passports. I think I don't understand it. I don't even understand how that's like a
well, yeah, a lot of
criteria.
people don't plan to leave their state or their country. Like I've spoken with a few people who are like, I don't have a desire. I never want to get on an airplane. I don't care to see, other parts of the world. I'm content where I am, and that's been quite a few people. I mean, I've been working, 20 plus years, and the people that I've talked to, I'm like, really? Like, me,
Yeah.
I'm going on a trip at least once a year when I can. COVID, of course, shut me down for a little bit, but
Yeah.
at least once a year. And people are like, you going over there? And I'm like, yeah. Why? I want to see. Like, you know what I mean? There's more. There's more to me. There's more to see. I'm sorry. Yeah. Than what I can see when I'm,
Yeah. What else is out there?
People were like literally surprised that I would even want to see some places or want to leave, my area or the United States. They're like, there's enough to see here. And I don't disagree. I haven't done many domestic trips, but I do want to, because there is a lot of stuff here that I'm like, oh, I never even thought to even try to go see that. But there are things here, but they're like, no, I don't desire to leave this country.
You want to know more than what you see in front of you. Like, I know this, I understand this. Yeah. Why should I leave? And I mean, and I'm not gonna knock it. I think the life I lived and the way I was, developed over years is just, there's so much cool stuff out there. And not to say anything about Western civilization, but we cookie cut everything, man. So you can go here and it's the same stuff as here, because we don't want to change. But you go to a completely different country where they're not cookie cutter, and it's just like, wow, man, that's crazy. Like, I didn't know that could even exist. I didn't even know that was there. That's a cool sight.
And not even just for the sites, but the people too. Like, learning about people's habitat, their culture, and what they do and how they live and why. Yeah. Like that part is just like, Dang, you really start to rethink, like, do we have it right?
Yeah. I think the next big thing for you is, the international cuisine and eating that grub. Once you get that grub down, I think that's going to be what drives everything.
Speaking
Forward.
of, I need to really get on the ball, because I think we have to make our first payment, like put the deposit down by April of this year. To be honest, I think. So, speaking of, but no, and okay, hold on. I had to think for a second about it. I'm not. Yeah. And if Mommy and Cole do, I will take a video for you, but it won't be me. And I don't care what they say. I don't care how adventurous they think I'm going to try not. No, I'm not doing it.
You'll do it. You'll break. Peer pressure will break you.
Listen. Me and insects, you should know by now. Me and insects, we don't get along.
I'm just saying. It's okay. It'll be a dead insect on your plate.
So what Ken is referencing here is our trip to the safari in Africa, and he talk about he want me to eat a grub. Absolutely not. It's not happening. Right. I'm not doing it.
Sidetracked.
you definitely took me way to the left.
Let's get back on the train here.
Okay. All right. That was your fault.
It is my fault, but that's okay. I'll put it back on the train. We go talk about this. All right, so are we caught up to kicking out yet?
Caught up to what?
To where she kicked him out. We talked about London trip.
We talk about the license where she said she found out that the license that he had was to his ex-girlfriend's house.
Oh, the address?
Yeah, and she said that she saw the license before and didn't question it. And I was like, but again, to the point you made last episode, you're talking about a VP, or what you thought was a VP. And this man doesn't have a license with his address on it. He got a license to an apartment that is what, like in a place, in a city that is not. It was a lot for me to take in, because I didn't realize that I missed that much. But I say, wouldn't that be your first question? Because where you met him, you said he was living by himself. Why don't you have a license with your address on it? What kind of?
Well, technically, because I was gonna say he didn't move, and Lord knows I had my Florida's license forever when I moved around, and then I didn't get a new license till I really absolutely had to do driver's registration and all that stuff. So
yeah, no, I don't buy that for a person who has a. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, not for me. And then, what is this reference that I have here? Helicopter operator.
I don't know.
I got to think about that one. That's the other reference that I wanted to hit on before we get to the juice of him actually getting out. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about helicopter operator. I must have overlooked that one, or maybe I was. Zoned out at that point, or mad at something, because at some points
I got to think on that.
I just got upset.
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So now we're to the point of she's seeing red. She wants him out. Mm-hmm. He can hardly move, but it's time for you to go. Call the aunt. Call the mom.
Yeah.
Call her aunt as well.
Pack a bag.
Like, you got to go. Calm me down, because I think I'm about to kill him. You need to leave, because my daughter is at that point. I don't want my daughter to go to jail. I don't want you to die. Go ahead and leave. Mm-hmm. He leaves. Okay.
So he gone. And so he goes to Philly. I'm mad that he didn't last
3 days.
4 days in Philly. That's all he had. He had 4 days. And then they told his ass, you got to go.
I believe that when she said the cousin hit her up, like, I just got to know. First of all. Are you real, and what actually happened? Like that's some. That means that this man is such. I guess such a nuisance in everybody's life that they're like, I don't want you here. I don't want you in in my. But since birth, it sounds like it's been that forever. Bad that your own family is like, nah.
Yeah. The fact that his older brother said he know not to call me. He know not to come see me, because he know that it's on site. Like, when your family tell you on site, Like, we fighting. It's on. Like, don't come here because I'm gonna beat your ass.
That right there, I was like, yikes. Because I mean, and that's what I'm saying. It had to be that bad. It had to be so bad that the whole family. You know what I mean? Like the whole family. Like at least the aunt was like, I'm willing to send you some money. Right? You are my blood. I'm going. You know, get you out of a dangerous situation. But then she said, why are you trying to get this man money? I saw his bank account. He got money. Girl, if you shut up, you stop talking. Because you know this man ain't got no money. And you know those bank accounts ain't real.
I don't think she completely realized it at this point. Because at this point, I don't think she realized until he moved down to Augusta that he was lying, that he was broke. Because he started living out the car. But anyway, when we were in Philly, and old girl was like, yeah, he been like this since he was a kid. And that's when you found out that he had no sisters.
Oh my goodness.
That he only had brothers, that these women he been talking about being his sister are not family. Yeah.
And who he sending baby shoes to? He said, well,
I forgot all about that. Somebody in St. Louis.
It's our cousin. You know, that's our cousin. That's not. He said, and I don't know who that the Shantae is. He said, I ain't never heard of Shantae. I might be making the names up, but yeah. But she said, this man had me mail shoes.
Yeah, like I don't. Who did I mail them shoes?
You showed up to somebody's house like, and I was like, what?
I don't understand it. I mean, that's a lot, right? to have somebody buy shoes and mail them to an address in St. Louis. You ain't never been to St. Louis or lived in St. Louis. And don't nobody know who it is in St. Louis you mailing shoes to.
Oh, gosh.
I'm like, what is going on?
I loved the conversations she told us about with the cousin and with the brother. I was like, revelations, okay? Because listen, what you talk about? No sisters. Twin brother. I was like, how you forget that, my man? Yeah. And then when he said he made himself older.
Don't only have the twin brother and the older brother. The other two brothers that he was talking about, his daddy having wedlock, wasn't real. They was just play brothers. What else? Like the lies just kept coming. His daddy was wasn't a
retired police officer.
Wasn't a police officer. Wasn't a pastor.
Was a correctional officer only for a little while.
And then
didn't start no church.
Yep. And then
why you take me on a road trip to see this church?
The older brother said, last time my daddy was in the church is when he got married 30
to
years
my
ago.
Mama.
He ain't stepped foot in the church in 30 years. Huh? What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean?
Why though? Why? Like, what part of that makes you either more intriguing, more interesting, more whatever?
Every part of it. What do you mean?
But how? Sway? And then she's talking about. Well, I just knew that his credit, what is called his the check was his background check was gonna come back because of course he's a law-abiding citizen. Yeah. Of course he is. His dad was a retired police officer. He gonna appreciate law and order. And I just want to say, as somebody who knows multiple law enforcement officers, let me tell you what, they children be the worst. So don't buy into the fact that they was raised in a house of police officers. That don't mean a darn thing. Just like the PK kids, the preachers kids, they usually the worst. So don't buy into that.
This is a true statement.
Don't buy into that foolishness. And but yes, I absolutely agree with the fact that this man was just telling stories, and I don't even understand how it was supposed to make you feel better or look better or somebody think differently of you.
Come on now, like think about it. If I walk up to you and be like, hey, what's going on? I'm working at McDonald's, but you kind of fine and kind of cute. Talk to me.
Okay, let's not lead with I work at McDonald's. You fine?
I'm just saying, you kind of cute.
Hello, how you doing? I believe that you are a nice looking young lady. Can I take you out sometime?
Okay, yeah. And then we go out, and I tell you, I'm the executive vice president of French fries at McDonald's. You know, I'm holding the French fries down. Anything that happens with French fries comes through me first.
B.O.B. holding it down.
The fries come through me. Like if I tell you that, right?
Shut up.
How's that make you feel? You kind of like, But if I tell you, I'm making wheeling and dealing, I'm a vice president of this condiment company, it puts you in a different light. Oh my God, you handling all the ketchups. Like, I mean, do you understand? Like those things make a difference, especially nowadays with women. They want somebody who can take care of them. She felt like she was going to be taken care of. She felt like she was going to have all of, not all, but a lot of her burdens taken away from her. And she was just going to be a housewife. And she was going to be, oh, look, I got a job, but, I don't have to because he can pay for all this. And that's what a lot of people want. Shoot, a lot of men want that. A lot of men want to be able to take care of. Women call them sassy now, but I mean it's just.
Or I think men could want to be taken care of in a different way. No. Not just financially, not financially, but catered to. I would say.
Yeah. So yeah. So it does make you look better, depending on how you portray yourself and how that picture you build of yourself. Man, they teach you that all the time. But what's your 3-minute elevator speech that you give people to tell you who you are?
But why? Okay, that's you. Why bring your dad and mom into the storyline? How does that help you? Like, so they built a church or whatever. Oh, okay. Hold on, wait. I think I made the connection. If she's telling you that she's a church girl, that she likes, she's into religion and stuff, that could bring you closer to her in terms of like, oh, we believe in the same things.
Because family matters, right? So
I got you.
A lot of people,
I had to get there.
Yeah, that extended family means a lot because they want to know that they're not just there by themselves.
Not if they're passed away, though. That don't matter. It don't matter if they was drugged out, thugged out, prostituting their way through life. They're gone.
Thugged out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the point of lying about it?
Saying mama.
There was no point.
Saying mama had thug life tatted on her chest.
She said we out here. She was up here with the. Yeah, but so that's what I'm confused by. Like, there was no.
But that means, but it's not so much them being alive, but what morals did they instill in you? Because she kept going back to, I know he's God fearing. I know he's likes the police. I know he's respectful of all those things. Saying that's where he came from gave her a false
Let's not get it twisted though, because you could absolutely have parents on either side of the ring, and you end up on either side of the ring, on opposite sides. So that doesn't hold as much weight.
But I don't think that's how she viewed
about how
the world.
You are right now.
Yeah, but I don't think that's how she viewed the world. She viewed the world in a small bubble of, if this is how you were raised, this is who you were. She may not have been a preacher's kid where she was, so where the weight was put on her so hard she broke bad, like you did when you won't tell me about the time. But I know there was a time you broke bad. You just won't talk about it. But like the weight was held there, and then she didn't have that weight to want to break bad, so she was just kind of in the mix, just kind of normal. So
don't know. All right. I don't really understand that part. Like what Maya Angelou say: if someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Oh man, that dude showed every day. He was showing. She was not.
She chose not to receive. She chose to just be like, this is okay.
So we fast forward. We talked about the twin brother. We talked about the sisters that don't exist. The brother, the dude about to beat him on sight. What was toward the end? There was more stuff.
I guess it's the trip to Augusta. Yeah. Her getting the papers filed. Talk about, you want $6 for some chicken nuggets? I said, now don't be petty. Now go ahead and feed that man. If you gonna feed him. But don't be extra.
Point, yeah. The fact that she took all his stuff and gave it away hurt my feelings, right? Because I'm like, man, that's what I was saying. She did some hateful stuff at the end because that dude did a whole bunch of nasty stuff. He did pay your bills for a couple months. That don't excuse all the dumb shit he did, but then to be able to take all his stuff in the divorce because he signed and gave it to you, and then give it away so that man don't have nothing but what he had in his car, and then at the end, she took the car and the stuff in the bags, so he out there homeless in jail. With nothing.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at, like you said, like, dang, that was a lot. That was spiteful.
Yeah, she took everything from like and granted, like he played with your feelings, he played with your emotions. He did a lot of mean stuff that was mean spirited, but I mean, in certain fashion, she said, okay, you're gonna do that.
It.
She took everything. She said, you know what, you about to walk out, and then she set him up to get taken to jail because they found a warrant on him, and then he walked out of jail. My man ain't got a car no more, so he ain't got nowhere to sleep. My man ain't got what's his name? He ain't got no clothes no more. She done got rid of all his belts and his stuff and his sneakers and all his clothes. She done gave it all away, and she ready to go move to somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably what hurt the male in me, right? To say he deserved a lot, and he deserved a lot of payback, right? But man, it hurts. It hurts to be like, yeah, bro, you done. You starting from scratch, nothing. You starting with them sneakers on your feet and the clothes you've been wearing for the past 6 months.
That don't fit. Yeah.
That don't fit because you done lost all that weight.
Yeah.
That was rough. That was rough for me.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
It's rough, isn't it?
Because so I don't know. So I am a vindictive person. I do want to get my lick back. Like I'm not like, oh, it's okay. That's not my personality, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. So I won't speak on it yet. I got to think about how I feel about that.
It's rough, right? Because he deserved to be punished.
Yes,
man. She got him for.
So like you mentioned, some of it was the emotional toll. Some of it was what is it? Emotional, physical, spiritual. Like all. Like I think a lot of it was an emotional toll. Like the cheating part, that was the physical part. That part. Yeah, you know, but yeah, I don't know that I would have given all this stuff away, and then I feel like she did it underhandedly. Like, tell me that, tell me, don't. Yeah.
It was, and I think that may be what got me. But the fact that she did it underhandedly.
When he came back, like, I want that TV. That's my TV.
Yeah. I think that may be what got me. But he deserved to be punished. But man,
but then why he tell the fake aunt he got a whole baby?
Oh yeah, the whole baby situation.
Why you do that to that lady? Bring the baby down. I want it. And I was like, I when she came back on and she was crying, I can understand that because you had to basically go back and like, this man literally was out here raising this baby that I had to deal, you know what I mean? Like, and like you had mentioned last time, you had to deal with it on your own. Like, even though he came back that night, like you were still in the surgery center by yourself and all. So like I'm like that would have took a toll on me too, to just think like he out here and then he killing kids. Talk about, oh yeah, she died from COVID, baby girl. When she talked to the ex, I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she didn't tell her that because that's some disrespectful stuff for you to do. But second of all, why?
Yeah.
Why? Did he just want some money? Because she had already said that, he was paying stuff. So why would he do that to say, oh, can we send them some money?
Yeah. And I think that, and then the crazy part about it is that I never in my mind thought until it happened, until she told that he was lying on her. I never thought about that. I was like, well, he been lying on everybody else. Why wouldn't he lie about you? Why wouldn't he go tell his family stuff about you that ain't true and tell stuff about the baby and tell stuff about all this? Why wouldn't he use that to build his character out more?
For other people.
Right,
yeah,
for other people, right, that are outside. Because he can absolutely get that old lady to be like, oh, yeah, we got the baby and everything. Send me some money so, I can buy stuff for the baby.
Yep.
And that's how he can be able to get a little extra money here and there, telling other people lies and stuff like that. Yeah. So.
When she said she called the brother that she met, he said, I don't never want to see him again.
Yeah, it will be money, bruh. That's a hard life, man. It's a hard life.
So that's how I thought. I was like, oh, when he lost his job, that's how he was doing it. That's how he was continuing to pay stuff. He was borrowing from family, friends, and whoever he could.
Yeah, that's another lifestyle I can't understand, bro. You know how hard it is for me to ask anybody for anything.
I do know. Like being somebody that knows you a little bit.
Yeah,
I do know.
Just to ask for, hey man, can I get some of your time to help me with this?
Yeah.
To ask for money, to be like, yeah, yo, man, I'm hard up. Can you set me up with a little something here?
You don't even want to accept when somebody try to give it. So I know you ain't finna ask.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, he was out here
Ask him
I'm
for
down
money.
bad, man. I need you to just come through. Come through for me.
Give me $1 something. Give me $1. Give me $1.
Let me hold some. That is
Man,
bananas.
look, I can't do it.
Bananas. And then the other they now got some other stuff. Another lady coming forward saying like, yeah,
Oh yeah, she survived.
Yeah, this
it.
is true. Yeah.
She survived
Everything
it.
she's saying
he
is
done
true.
came out and claimed he got a Netflix special coming out that they found out was a lie.
Did you see that man sitting there in the shadows? It was so dark. I was like, I can't even. He was like, yeah, y'all think I'm lying. I'm all set right now. I said, what's that?
There's more videos than that, man. There are videos of him out here having conversations, talking about he's a relationship coach.
I saw somebody said now he an expert. I said, what the
relationship coach?
And they said somebody gonna believe it. Somebody gonna fall for it.
Ooh, not in this day and age. I would hope not.
Listen,
and then look here.
Listen, you still got people being catfish. It's 2024, my God. How are people still being catfish? Because they want to be they don't want to be catfish. They want to believe in the fantasy that's in their head.
Look here. I'm looking at I'm waiting for these videos to pop up. I'm out here thinking I'm about to see Boris. I'm thinking I'm about to see Michael J. Williams or Michael J. White. I'm like everybody's like, oh yeah, he's posted, from the way she portrayed him. I'm out here thinking I'm about to see some type of fine ass fucking man that,
When I saw his video, I was like his I don't mean to offend anybody who has this, but he just did you see the video of his face? Mm-hmm. It's just it was bad. It was bad. It was so not good.
You could not tell me this man was not out here looking like my man from that does the come here. Let me talk to you, like the Jordan kid. The guy's 25, look like he's like 46. He does all the videos about he's got his secret book with all the recipes from all the restaurants. Yeah. I thought the dude was gonna look like him except a little taller, right? I thought that's my image of how she had me thinking this man was. Oh, he was attractive.
Like you said, she liked the fact that he was tall.
I'm like, didn't I tell you, monkey butt ugly? You can be monkey butt ugly as long as you're 6'4", you're attractive.
I don't know. They had a reel of like pictures of him, and at some parts, I guess when he was younger, or I don't know, it wasn't as bad as it was now. Like now, it's like, woo, honey.
Yeah, he been through it.
Could.
I guess he's been through it. I don't
know. So maybe it was better at some point, but.
I thought Idris. I was like, oh, Idris is about to pop out this joker.
Idris ain't popping up, honey. Idris wouldn't have. Never mind. Let me not say that. I'll tell you later. Oh. Go ahead.
I'm scared for what she's gonna tell me later. I'll tell you right now. I'm scared.
No, I don't want to offend that woman. Go ahead.
Oh, well, okay, all right. I got that. Again.
But yeah, it was a whirlwind. I'll tell you. I think, and just talking on some real, I think there's plenty of people who would still fall for it today just because they are in a state of I want that so bad.
Yeah.
And I just hope that the warning that she gave women at the end, I hope it resonates. Like, listen, if you see something, say something. And that could be seeing something and saying it to yourself to say, I don't like that. That's not cool. I'm not going to deal with that.
Or run it past your people. Run it past your safety net. Run it past the people who care about you and are going to be honest with you and be like, yo.
But sometimes you don't feel like you don't feel like you can because you want it so bad. Like you feel like you absolutely can go to those people. That's not what I mean. You don't want to. Yeah. You don't want them to tell you the truth. You don't want them to confirm your suspicions because you want this.
Yes. I guess I can't see it, man. Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, it is hard.
Thank you guys for joining us again and letting us chat a little bit about this nonsense. It's gonna wrap it up for this topic, and then we'll definitely get back with with more. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Culturally Incorrect. Please join us next time.